here we are. 16 days to fall selection. I got out to Cardinal Center this morning, 9 a.m. Set up all the, set up the trap, set up the speakers, got the computer plugged in, went through the whole procedure to get everything ready to go. Got a couple practice rounds in. I'm going to get a few more. And then I'm going to go for my 125 today. When you think that I started this whole little thing a year ago, and that in just 2 weeks' time I'll be heading down to Arkansas to go to a USA shooting fall selection shoot, it's kind of crazy. Especially considering that I don't have a whole lot of time on the bunker. Most of my time has been spent shooting ATA. But I've got a little bit of time in the bunker. I'm getting better. It's all about practice, practice, practice. I think that goes without saying, and it goes for everything. So I'm going to spend a few hours today working on fundamentals, getting my stance right, holding the gun right, work on swinging the gun, work on follow through, because that second shot is pretty important in bunker. Granted, in the finals you only get one shot, but for 125 shots you get a backup in case you missed the first one. So I really need to work on that follow through. And Ryan Dennis is coming out today to come shoot with me, since he's coming down to Arkansas with me for fall selection. I honestly think Ryan's got a better chance of making the team than I do, even though he's got even less experience in the bunker than I do. He's just been shooting trap a lot longer than I have. I've only been shooting this a year. He's started shooting ATA like 5 years ago, and he's only 14, or 13. But I think we'll get through it. I think we'll get down to Arkansas. Ryan will do well. I'm going to work with him. I'm going to make sure he's ready, and I'm going to work with myself and make sure I'm ready. I may go down there and make a huge fool of myself, but since when is that anything new? I do that on a daily basis. I don't think my outlook for Tokyo is too bright, but I think if I work on it and continue to work on it and stay with it, if Tokyo isn't in my sights, Budapest sure as hell might be in 2024, and LA is in 2028. So that's how I'm looking at this. I'm looking at it as a, how do I want to put this? Let's just say I've got a lot to work on, and I've got a while before I can even really think about making any sort of Olympic team. They say that 10,000 hours of practice, right? 10,000 hours to become an expert in something. I promise you, in the last year, I don't have 10,000 hours, and even considering that I shot a lot of sporting clays and 5-stand, I don't think I still have 10,000 hours of practice in. Maybe. Yeah, probably a 5-stand. But we'll get there. It's just, sheer force of will get me through if that's what it takes. And, the fact that I've got a bunker right here behind me. There's only, 50 locations in this country that has an international bunker available for practice, and I'm lucky enough to live, 45 minutes away from one, and I live an hour and a half, almost 2 hours away from another. That gives me opportunity that the vast majority of the people in this country don't have. I am at a disadvantage. I am 40 years old, be 41 in November. My eyesight isn't what it used to be. My reactions aren't what they used to be. These things are humming out of here anywhere between 60, 70 miles an hour. You got to get on them pretty quick. My only saving grace is that I've been pulling the trigger on something since, you know, I was what, 8, 9 years old. Too bad my rifle experience doesn't transfer over. But it's only been a year. When people, most people start shooting, they say it takes between 5 and 7 years before they can even think about going out to an Olympic trial or to try to make a national team. Some people do it quicker. Some people never make that team. But I'd like to do it. I'd like to see if I can be one of the oldest members of the USA national team. Yeah. That would be awesome. Representing my country, shooting against the best competitors in the world all over the globe. Hell, they just had a big shoot in Moscow. It ain't cheap. It ain't easy. But then again, rarely is anything I do cheap or easy. So, let me get back to work.
Cool.